Okay, well, is it morning, afternoon? Oh, we're on the cusp here. Anyway, this morning I was watching a really interesting, I guess you could say, documentary or interviews. It's called Death Row's Most Hated Inmate. Inside Death Row was Sir Trevor McDonald. Now, this guy does a wonderful interview, and he's going through and interviewing not just this one guy that's on death row, but he interviewed a number of people, and you see the facilities, and just very, very interesting. And, you know, as you watch it, you see these guys come to terms with what they had done, and you can only sometimes, feel this compassion for this moment in time in which they threw away their life, okay? So I did pull cards on the one guy that's the most hated inmate. So underneath of it, it's about the main man. It's about the community. Like he said, he's the most hated man on death row. And about the action he had done. And through these interviews, it's about the reality of moving forward to death. So at the center of it, what we have with this guy is moving his storyline forward. Releasing, he told about the details of what happens that eat away at him now. Okay. We have going into it, what happened, he was high, wanted to go in, and the dark scenario that happened, he wanted to go in and rape this woman, okay? And now he struggles with this, the conversations he's having. Now, he talks with the guy that's going to do his execution, okay? And he's come to a point of reality check with what happened, okay? The challenge is the vision, the inner workings of what happened. Now, what happened was, we have the woman and the daughter. He killed them both. So they're on the other side. Okay, he slit their throats of a 4-year-old girl and the woman because of he was coming off of meth, he said, drug-fueled. He said he went in, he wanted to rape the woman, but he couldn't do it, and so he killed them out of fear that he would go back to prison, okay? Because was his plan. He was going to do, he deceived them to get in. He lied to them to get into the house. He said he was lost. He wanted to use their phone. They let him in. He wanted to rape the woman, but he couldn't do it, and then he wound up slitting their throat. He says he has their birthdays marked on his calendar, and he says, he deserves the death penalty because of what he did. So he's come to that realization. And, if you have the time, watch this interview. Now, he's not the only one that's interviewed. It's really interesting to hear the interviews and see the prison and the them coming to the realization of their fate. And really interesting, the guy that does their execution talks to them, gets to know them, and they are, so many of them are saying they're so sorry that they've put him in this position. Okay? They don't hold hard feelings toward this guy that has to be their executioner. And he is really trying to hold on to his faith and talking to these men. But anyway, the whole thing of it is very interesting. Now, I was surprised that the ones on death row that are waiting for death have big cells. They have a really big area, whereas a lot of these other ones, they have very small cells and things that they're in. They also have the program there where they can have a pet if they can have a cat if they are a good prisoner. Okay, they're doing what they need to do, and they can put in for it. And so they talk about the pet that they have and how it aids them to go through their time there, etc. But I'm feeling there's a lot of on the verge of tears. I could feel that a lot of them there did really stupid things in the heat of the moment. And then, after they've been there a while, they look at it and they're telling this Sir Trevor McDonald what happened. And like I said, some of them, you just feel this compassion. Yes, the crimes that they all did were heinous, heinous crimes. Most, the ones there are all in for murder, okay? But anyway, it's a very interesting thing. If you have time, listen to it. Let me know what kind of emotions you go through as you watch this. Do you feel some sort of compassion, or do you feel this vilification? Do you feel what does this evoke in you? It's very interesting. So anyway, I'm going to leave this here. But I thought it was a really, really well-done documentary. And it wasn't just about this one guy. It was about this Indiana state prison and the reality of death row, what happens, how they deal with these prisoners, and the mind spin that goes, the different elements of changes that happen as they're there. So anyway, I just thought it was really, really, really a good documentary, and kind of opens up can open up some different emotions in people. So let me know what you think if you watch this. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you online.